Drive Away Dolls, now out. Let's talk about it. Okay, so Drive Away Dolls is the newest movie out on the big screen. And so let me just give you some context to this movie. So this movie is basically about two girls who are both lesbian who go on a journey. They go to Tallahassee. They get a drive away, which, I mean, it must be an American thing because I don't know about it. Maybe I'm just, never heard of it or anything like that. So you take a car, you go down, drop it off down there, whatever. I just thought that was a normal rental, but apparently not. Anyway, so they go, they have a package in there they're not supposed to have. People come after them, and then, yeah, general stuff. So it's supposed to be a raunchy comedy. And guess what? We have a director in Ethan Coen. Now, he wrote this and directed this. And this is a guy who's won Academy Awards for movies like No Country for Old Men. Yeah, he wrote that movie. Now, it comes to my attention that this guy with his brother, with Joel, has come up with some absolutely fantastic films. And like The Big Lebowski, like he has created some of the best films of all time. And yet now he's come out with this. Well, granted, his brother's not helping him with this. This is just him himself writing and directing it. And he comes out with this. Drive Away Dolls. The easiest way I can sum up this movie is it's like Ethan decided, I want to write a porno. I want to write a porno. But I don't want to go into that industry and do it. So how am I going to do that? Let's just do a softcore version of that and put it out in theaters. Because that's what Drive Away Doll is. Now, I know there is a discourse going on about sex scenes within movies. Do they belong? Should they be in there? Now, I'm under the impression that I believe some movies don't need them. They don't add any value to the movie. But then there are other movies where those scenes do add value to the character growth and character arcs of people. This movie, however, is just full of it. Just full. It's like, how do I just write a lesbian sex scene every freaking scene? It's just, there is so much sex scene in here. Completely. And it's just, I'm sitting there like, why? Why? And it then came to my attention that there's actually no story. There's no story. Like, okay, when I go see a comedy, I'm not looking for you to give me a story that is very deep and rich in mythology. I'm not sitting there expecting to get an Oppenheimer story, anything like that. I'm not going in expecting to get a Dune level story. That's not what I come to watch a comedy for. I come to laugh. I come to have a great time. And when you don't deliver, you need something else there to continue to grab my attention when it comes to a comedy. Now, this movie doesn't do that. This movie doesn't make you laugh at all. It didn't make anyone in my theater laugh. Everyone was just silent throughout the whole entire film. When they try to make these raunchy jokes, it comes off cringe. It just comes off like, what the fudge are you trying to do here? None of it worked at all. And I know I'm not the only one because no one in the theater laughed at this movie at all. And then the twist. The twist was supposed to be like this fun, funny twist. And it turned out to be just the dumbest thing ever. And then there's another thing that happens in it involving the twist that you find out in something that's smoking. And never address it and why that's there or anything like that. I'm sitting there like, well, what was the point of that? Like, why was that there? There's nothing. It's just kind of like, okay, it's just here. Look, guess who it is? Bam. How do you like that? So it's not funny. Now, a comedy can still have a basic story. This doesn't have a basic story. There is nothing here to latch onto. And there are some, like, Superbad, for instance. It doesn't have the richest story, but it has a story. It has a start and end, and it has, characters that grow along the way. It's a coming of age story. These kids trying to, figure out their place in society, where they are, trying to figure out love, trying to navigate all that stuff and their friendship. What do we do? Who do we put forward? This isn't about that. This is about two girls that go, hey, you haven't been laid in a while. Well, guess what? I'm your friend. I know how to take care of women because I'm a slut. So, you know what? You're getting off tonight. That's what the story is. It's about her getting with her and then just doing that. Yeah. I know. It's like, bruh, it's just a bad written porno. That's what this movie is. And it's a shame because Ethan Coen has written some really good films, man. That's the most frustrating part, is he's proven that he's a great writer. He's proven it. And yet he pulls out this. And then, oh my word. Okay, you ready for this? You ready for this? There is transitions in this film that, you know, back in the day when you're doing a PowerPoint presentation, when the teacher's asking you, hey, you need to present a PowerPoint, you know, do that. And you show your friend, you're like, hey, dude, check out this PowerPoint. Look what I'm about to do. Click the button, and you know, your screen does like this flip and comes into screen. It's like, bam! Well, yeah, this movie does that. This movie has transitions like that. And I'm sitting there like, what are we doing? Why am I watching transitions that are on PowerPoint? Microsoft PowerPoint. Why are they even there? It didn't add any value or anything. Like, Star Wars does the simple transitions with the fade. Just have that. You don't need to have the screen twirling fucking 360s, you know, doing this, coming in the screen, and I'm sitting there like, why? Why are we doing that? The pacing of this film's awful as well on top of that. This is an hour and 45. This felt like 2.5 hours, man. It felt like 2.5 hours. And you know why? It's because there's scenes in here that didn't need to be in here. There is multiple sequences of 30 seconds or more where there's this out of nowhere, no context to the story or anything, doesn't actually add any value to anything that's going on in the story or anything to do with the characters. Just as if you're tripping and someone's on drugs and there's just colors going everywhere and Miley Cyrus comes into one of them and you're sitting there like, what the fuck does this have to do with anything? It's literally there because it felt like they were like, we need to make an hour 45. I don't have anything else to add to this, so let's just chuck in random, you know, hallucination looking things that have no relevance to the story at all. I'm dumbfounded. Madam Web was awful, but I laughed more in that movie. I actually, you know, ironically, kind of had a little bit of a good time with Madam Web because of how bad it was. You're sitting there like, that's fucking stupid, and you're laughing at it. This movie's just downright stupid and unfunny and cringe on top of that, and just full of sex scenes. This movie is awful, man. I never thought Madam Web could have been topped. But here I am. Drive Away Dolls has taken top spot for the worst movie of the year, in my opinion. This was a snooze fest. And it was awful. It's unfunny, unlikable characters, just dumb story, dumb twist, dumb, just trying to be raunchy for the sake of being raunchy. And it's frustrating because of how good the writer is. Because he has written really good films. And now he's written this absolute garbage. Peace. This was awful. Worst movie of the year, in my opinion. Maybe you guys liked it. If you did, let me know down in the comment section below. Maybe you guys had a laugh with it and had a good time. If you did, I envy you guys. I really envy you. Because for me, I did not enjoy this at all. So smash your thoughts down in the comment section below. Smash that like button. Click subscribe. And I'll see you guys next video. Until then, stay safe and peace out.